Hello, and welcome to a Wednesday edition of Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to do Wednesday, November 15th, 2023 crosswords. Go for that 1,356-day streak. Sorry I've been gone for a little bit. Just been a little bit overwhelmed with everything these days. Anyway, here's your spoiler alert for the Wednesday mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below, and he's always free to play. Alright, let's do it. Chirp. Harry, it's on, relic, hater, aisle, twa, sinks, chats, sends a Slack message. I was thinking IMs, DMs, something like that, but something as simple as chats. Any press is good press. That does seem dubious. Some French numbers and sinks. Nice, a full 5x5. In 15 seconds, not too bad, not too bad. Anyway, now for the main event, that's the Wednesday Daily Grid, which is by Gary Larson today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. Oh, and thanks to Pandabury for the Pikachu back there. New friend in the background. Anyway, let's see what Gary Larson has in store for us. Let's get into it. Half of an orange. Real attachment is a rod. Dedicated work is an ode. Actor an elf, and up it's always Ed Asner. Taken down a notch. Kind of knot. Stand of trees. Maybe it's a copse. Don't know what kind of knot that is though. A bit of light. No, that's probably a ray. Handle that goes up and down. Release some pressure. It's gonna be vent. Outer limits are edges. So I guess this is grove. Blamed and nourished. So fed. Qualify, start to sleep for a while, doze off. Most deaf is a rapper. It's a no-brainer. On a soapbox is orated. Obnoxious house guest, question mark. Already, so soon. Marble made of metal. I was gonna say a cat's eye, a steely. Not a fan of post-millennials, question mark. Brief brouhaha is a set 2. I think this is in title. Tournament placement is a seed. Song 1 might flip 4. Coyote sounds. I don't know, that's not. Introspective subject is self. Faulted. Passionate. Ardent here. Nincompoop is a twit. Syrian's northern neighbor. Oh gosh, maybe it's not a twit. Neither nor. Baptism is a right. Pioneering Dadaist, I think it's ARP. Fearing the worst. British singer with the hits How We Do, Party, and Poison. Louisiana State Birds of Pelican. App name for a sensei. San? Rita Ora. Historical periods and era. Told tales. Lied. Musty. Dank, maybe. The Atlas Mountains. Making fun of Beyonce's bow. Alarmed. Don. Mocking Jay-Z. I see we're adding Z's. This is TMZ. Go on and on. Slicker toppers. A rain hat. Shish kebab. Management positions. Potsdam's an anti. Nietzsche shampoo line is T-gel. Improvise on sessions a jam. Helms. Arctic skin boats are Korax? What are they called? Cap worn at a Shriner's Christmas party. Is this a Z? Says who? Showed up. Came. Past academics. Sure thing or close to it. Roasting platform. Daises. Brand of cold and allergy relief products. Some kind of X. Some barbecue fare. One side of a Senate vote are the nays. Somewhere in La Cité is ete. Appropriate letter to end this puzzle on. I guess it's Z. Showbiz. A merit tie. 1-to-1 is a tie. Sure thing, right? Safe bet. Yammer, I guess. Oh, just kayaks. Okay. Santa Fe. Santa Fez. So it's something Gen Z, I guess. What is this? No, this is Oto. So I guess it is Gen Z. Soak is sog. Staying out. Otis elevator. Staying putts. Okay. Asa butterful, I think. Demoted. Antigen. I see. Granny knot. Yips maybe. Flies maybe. Zippers. Course standard is par. Lost traction is slid. Bit of water is slapped on a ship's front. Is ICAM? Is that a thing? This is a Turk. Disco stew. A bow spritz. And this is Ada. Alright. So our theme here is basically Z. We're adding a Z to some phrases. And interpreting them. Staying put becomes a staying puts. That's Yiddish, right? Is it Yiddish? Originally Yiddish. Stupid, worthless person. Antigen becomes anti-Gen Z. That's kind of interesting. A bowsprit becomes a bow spritz. Yeah, I was gonna say, but like, we're not changing the meaning as much here. I guess we're not changing the meaning that much here either. The staying put's staying put, but antigen is changing. The gen is changing quite a lot. Well, I guess the sprit is changing, but not the bow. Cap worn at a Shriners Christmas party, a Santa fez. Because Shriners were fezzes, I guess. And then making fun of Jay-Z becomes mocking Jay-Z. Yeah. You know, I kind of get it. Adding a letter, reinterpreting. You know, I think these ones are kind of more interesting because they've really kind of changed the pronunciation, maybe. Santa Fez. Jay-Z, Gen Z. It's supposed to be anti-gen. Antigen becomes anti-Gen Z. I like it if it changes the pronunciation a lot. Staying put to staying puts, not so much, right? Yeah. It's a theme. It's a theme. Just seems like you could do this endlessly, you know? But maybe you can't. Maybe not that many words end in Z. Anyway, let's look. There's like half of an orange. I guess this is orange red, the color. See what we can learn. A no-brainer to try to avoid año for Spanish here, or ano. Spanish, Portuguese here. I don't know if it's pronounced that way, but I do know. I've read on the internets that, you know, in Portuguese, there's no, you know, tilde over the N. Whereas, you know, when you read this in Spanish, you need to provide your own diacritic, which is a bit... Some people are annoyed by. Steelies. That took a long time to remember. I'm saying cat's eye, but cat's eyes are clearly not made of metal, I don't think. Don't know too much about marbles, if I'm being honest. I do think this is fed def thing here, right? Those are reverses of each other. The Atlas Mountains. Yeah, well, I guess one thing is there's lots of Z's in this one. And some K's I see, right? Ed Asner, crossword favorite. Look at all those friendly crossword letters in there. Granny knot, I didn't know. You want to hit a lot of letters. It's a binding knot. Also called a false lover's calf and booby knot. It's inferior to the square knot, which it superficially resembles. Yeah, you know, oh, that does quite resemble it, doesn't it? The resemblance is more than superficial in some ways. It's just where the... Yeah, okay. I think people who like can tie a lot of knots are pretty impressive. I think that's a pretty cool skill. So we just got two P's in the middle of the word supper there. Side B, I see. You might flip your record over. That's quite hard. Also, I feel like B-side, you know, it's true that the B side is like the song on side B, right? Maybe. Zycam, I didn't know. We've also got Rita Ora. We've got a lot of full names in this one. By full, I guess I mean Ed Asner and Rita Ora. But usually, you know, you only get a first name or a last name. So it's interesting. T-Gel. Some brand names. Yeah. It's a theme. It's a theme. And it's, I think, a pretty normal time, frankly. I even forgot 4:15. It's just a bit under my average in the last 60 days. A bit over my average in the last year. Let's see how other people are getting on with it. Had a slow time yesterday. Other people are going a bit faster than average. I also went a bit faster than average, so seems about right. I do like the grid shape. Anyway, let's do a couple of other puzzles before we go here. Starting with the Telegraph PlusWord. Here's your spoiler alert for the PlusWord. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here. Click on the link in the description below. PlusWord is free to play. It's a British mini crossword meets Wordle at the end. All right, male deer trash. Male deer are hearts. Core is heart. Yellow traffic signals amber. Wet as weather is rainy. Comings and goings of the sea are tides. Wintry weather is sleet. That looks pretty good. So there's an R here and a T here. There's actually two T's though. And so it's probably strut then. Yeah. Because this is Triest here at the bottom has 4 of the letters, including 2 T's. It's a pretty easy plus word at the end. Dalliance. I like the word dalliance. Yeah, nice. Next thing we do here, if I still have access, is the Telegraph Codewords. Starting with Codewords. Tough, perhaps. Try to figure out where these letters go. You'll understand it when you see it. This is xylophone. It's got to be xylophone, right? Looking like that, it's got to be xylophone. So this is like flex or something. Where else? This is lollipop. There's our eyes. Where to next? This is an A, I guess. Atypical, I see. What is this thing here? This is a cult and a banquet. Oh, it's a schnauzer. Cute. We have zircon, revenue, backdrop, saddlebag, jugular, way, and bantam. All right, that's got to be the fastest Codewords tough ever, because they started this one with XY. And you know, who among us who grew up with alphabet books in English doesn't know that the only word that starts with X is xylophone? Anyway, I doubt the Codewords regular could be easier than that, so let's try it. You know, I'm thinking about boat or beat here. I'm not positive about it, but doesn't seem totally crazy. Let's see. Could actually be an E. I have to figure out what this word is. It could be a lot of things. Let's look around for some other vowels. Maybe there's something that's more obviously an E. This doesn't have to be a vowel. Got like lilac down here, something. Is this uncommon? Maybe that's a bit too common for a lilac. This is an E then. Let me put it in. I might delete it very soon if it doesn't. Okay, it's definitely not lilac because of this, right? Okay. It's not an E. But it need not be a vowel, I guess. This is definitely harder than finding xylophone. Okay, so no really obvious contenders to be an E. I guess we'll try this. Could be wrong. This whole thing could be wrong. This looks pretty bad, right? Based on this seems like it should be a vowel. But following E. So maybe it's not an E then. Maybe it's not beat. Maybe this is the E. But if this is the E, then what is this? Maybe this is... It's not impossible. This is something like an S, right? This could be like... I was going to say Sarina, but it's not Sarina. This is definitely harder. Something Ness here? I don't know. I think we're back at square one. Let's think a bit more about this. Like, look at this word of here, V. These are just both so common. Could even be something like, no. Could be like brat, I guess. But then I still don't have an E anywhere, right? Like, we need more vowels in this thing. Like, this is an E then? This can't be an E if this is an A. I guess there's nothing to say that this is an A, but... what is this word then? It's gonna be a long plus word. Sorry, code words. This is not an E. I feel like this has to be an I. What, like piano? No, not piano. This is... I guess U is not impossible either. Oh, so maybe this is like a Q. Quack, nautical. Is this an I? Doesn't look so bad actually. Rural. Coral. Flatiron. Alright. We made the breakthrough. Just took a long time. This is bright. Ivory? Is that too crazy? Also, I see. This is our E. Wow, so few of them. Maybe it's fine. It was findable. Limited. Bud and doors there. Right? No, maybe it's not. Maybe this is... no, it has to be. So what is it? Oh, outsize. Army. Joystick. Juxtapose. That's a nice word. Lots of P's. Upswing. Caver. All right, that one took over 6 minutes. Had a hard time sussing this one out. This ended up being the O. I just didn't see this as an E. Xylene there. Yeah, so I guess finding this, I don't know. Anyway, last thing we do before we go is the connections puzzle from the New York Times. We're trying to make 4 groups of 4. See if we can do it. So what do we see here? Ta-da and voila. Presto. Behold. That looks pretty good. Bit of vocal fanfare. Interesting way to describe it. So let's see. Fire ant, carpenter ant, red ant. Land ant? Is that a thing? Do you see happiness, fear, anger, surprise? Potentially as, just emotions. And then wind, get, land, secure. And then atom, fire, red, and carpenter. So an atom ant? Maybe it's something else. But this looks good. Are these ants? They are ants. What is an atom ant? Atom ant is an English musician. I see. The rest are, I think, actual kinds of, insects. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Thursday puzzles. See you then.